Guys! He's already dead! Hello everyone who likes things that are painted to look like they're totally made out of durable materials. Honest, I am BorderWise and welcome back to From the Depths. I don't feel like doing any of the many things on my From the Depths to-do list. I don't feel like recording tutorials, I don't feel like doing anything actually. It is a cold, miserable day here in beautiful Aotearoa, New Zealand, and I just don't have the motivation. So I was racking my brain for something to do. I was thinking, like, come on, you gotta make something. You gotta make something. And then I thought to myself, you know what? I just want to watch things blow up. So I had a radical idea. And by radical, I mean stupid. What if everything was made of wood and it shot each other? So looking here at the ever dreadful in an awe-inspiring way, look you got the Laniakea. You will notice on closer inspection that there's something a little bit different about it. It's made of wood. So the armor refit feature is one of my absolutely favorite things about From the Depths. I don't know how we lived without this for so long. But aside from the glass and rubber, all structural materials on the Laniakea and a whole bunch of various scary craft is now made out of wood. So this is essentially an all-in-one mini tournament. Mini wooden thing tournament, I guess. So we've got basically the strongest craft from each faction, not the designated boss craft, the strongest craft, because there is a difference. So what do we got there? We've got the Tarpon, the Stronghold, the Redeemer, the Gravitas, the Super Radiance, currently the nastiest thing in the Stable Branch Lightning Quiz roster. Tier, we've got the Pyre and its accompanying ICBM, which, by the way, has alloy on it. That's the only structural block. Fancy that. And of course we've got the Laniakea. So, we're going to just have a tournament. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, but I'm going to have a little experiment and see if we can't just make this video super long, because apparently, looking at other YouTube channels, and this is, I guess, a peek behind the curtain, those seem to actually do kind of well at the moment. I don't know why. But anyway, this is a long one. This is a bugger it, we're making a long video. So, here is the rankings so far. They are hopefully as fair as I can make them. It's like just tournament ranking type stuff. Tarpon will face off against the Stronghold to start off with. Redeemer versus Gravitas. Super Radiance versus Megalodon. Pyre versus Laniakea. My money is that the Laniakea will take this simply because it does the repair bot spam thing. So yeah, that's my money. Anyway, I'm gonna go off and set up the first fight. And I'll be right back with you soon. Alrighty tidy. We have the setup. The first setup is the wooden Tarpon versus the wooden Stronghold. It is material equivalent, by the way. So, what do we have here? We have, I can't really do that, can I? And that's too little. So, unfortunately, it is a 3v1, with the wooden Tarpon against the wooden Stronghold. The Stronghold's not going to win this one. I think the Stronghold is, in a meta sense, one of the weaker craft in this, and it just occurred to me I should make a losers bracket, so I'm going to very quickly do that, so don't mind me. Don't mind me. Let's see, what's the worst that could happen here? This is what happens when you don't plan a video out. Anyway, let's watch him and him fight. One of the great things about having everything be made of wood is that the fights are going to be pretty damn short, I think. There is a usual kind of standard fight setup. There is a 10-minute time limit. So, let's see. Where's the Stronghold? There it is. They're all set in their appropriate fleet colors over there. So, we've got 3 wooden Tarpons, and these things are genuine wood, by the way. The occasional metal you see, that is deco, which I couldn't be bothered to remove, and so that is that. My money is on the Tarpons because they are very strong. And what are we looking at here? Oh, I forgot that I kind of forgot that the Stronghold actually has pretty strong lambs, but it's down 5% health already. Also, yeah, this is entirely made of wood now, so all that heavy armor that makes the Stronghold so tough, yeah, that's not here anymore. It's dying real quick. This, by the way, is very much a what do you call it? This is very much a case against using crams as glass cannons. Because, well, in this particular case, these crams aren't even going to hit. Wow, the top ones actually took more damage than I thought they would. Well then. Yep, nope, this surprises absolutely no one. Yep, there we go. That lasted about 30 seconds. This is the great thing about glass cannon tournaments of any kind, is that, it's over very quickly. Very, very, very quickly indeed. Well then, I'm just gonna go tippy-typey over here. Top on, carries on. Stronghold is first entry in the losers bracket. I'm gonna change the color there. There we go. Behold my spreadsheet and how gorgeous it is. Moving right along. Alright. Next we have the Redeemer versus the Gravitas. This definitely... I think we know who's going to win this one. It's going to be the frickin' Redeemer, ain't it? Not the Redeemer, the Gravitas. I had a 50% chance of saying that right, and I just didn't. Oh yeah, wood burns, by the way. Alright, well, that was quick and dirty. Let's set up the next fight. Well then, unfortunately for the Redeemer, this is a 1v1. Let's see what happens. So we've got the Gravy Train versus Deemy. Dreamy? Alright then, also 8 vehicles versus 1. This isn't going to be funny at all. Let's put them in their appropriate fleet colors, because that is good, and we like that. We just got to make sure that this thing is set to spawn in at a decent altitude, and let us go. Proceed! Again, this is probably going to be quite short. My money is on the Gravitas, because the Gravy Train is scary as hell. I love the way wood looks. I just think it looks good. Right, so first things first, let's go see how well the Redeemer does with that particle cannon. That particle cannon, let's see. Yep, okay, so it... oh, yep, that particle cannon has automatically made things, has automatically made a big hole in things. The Redeemer's not... Whoopsie daisy, something exploded. Aha! Also a problem with the wooden Redeemer is that, oh yeah, nope, this is not going well for her. It's almost like if you want glass cannons, they should fly. So far, anything on the water is not doing well. Shocking. Those shells are going straight through everything. Yep. Redeemer is not having a good day. Dare I say Redeemer is having a bad day. Let's see how the Gravitas is doing. Gravitas is doing absolutely fandabby-dozy. That repair spam is doing what it does best. Repair spam is doing absolutely fandabby-dozy. Look at all the block confetti. What is happening over there? Oh, something's on fire. What is on fire? I really need to keep a closer eye on the Redeemer, because this is where all the explosions are happening. The one thing I wanted to do today was see explosions happen. Am I looking at the explosions? No! I'm being a silly, silly person. Oh, that's the lamps. For some reason I thought that was repair tentacles. Deacon's Christmas. Wooden craft are fun. They blow up so easily. Wooden craft are fun. They blow up so easily. Wooden craft are actually kind of meta. It's just if you make something that's designed around being made out of other stuff, it's going to do really... well, it's not going to do great, generally, if you just convert it into wood. Also, it really... with these godly vehicles, it does show how much of their cost is actually in their weapons and in their active defenses, because... I believe, especially things like the Redeemer, they did not get much cheaper when you replace all the structural materials with wood, like even with the heavy armor. Also, what is happening over there? Alright, so here's the problem. Piercing weapons, great at crippling stuff, not so good at finishing things off. Never mind. That is a lot. Okay, there's the ammo department. And that felt... Nope, it's not despawning yet. It's not despawning yet. The Redeemer's basically lost this. I'm just gonna do some typing. Gonna do some typing. Gonna do some typing. Gonna do some typing. So you can see how I type. Well, multiple tar ponds versus a gravitas is what's going to happen over there. Possibly. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, what's the next fight again? Right, let me censor this horrible violence by going over here and showing you what's happening. Redeemer goes into losers bracket, gravitas goes on, and next is going to be the Super Radiance versus the Megalodon. That's going to be fun! It's gonna be fun! I'm gonna like it. Let's set that up. This is going pretty fast, actually. Really nice. Okay, so... Megalodon. Oh, no, it's not the Megalodon, you idiot. It's the Tear. I'm terribly sorry. Tear. Tear. I cry big salty tears. Silly me. Strongest craft. Come on now. Alright, so what do we got here? Interesting. Alright, so... How expensive is that? Oh, wow, perfect. Alright, that's the closest we can get. We got 2 tiers. 2 wooden tiers versus 3 wooden Super Radiances. So let's just set those all up in their actual fleet colors. That's going to be really nice. Also, this is a fun thing because... Alright, I think we need to set that as that. Or not, I don't know. How high off the ground does the Super Radius need to be? I'm just gonna go 10 meters to be sure. Hopefully that's okay. I don't actually know. Might need to restart this fight if I'm wrong. Okay then, let's start. I'm so excited. Alright, so first thing that happens... Hopefully this thing will be a-okay. I forget how this thing even works. So we've got the Super Radiance. Horrible fake railgunny thing. Did it already open fire? If it did, that's so rude. Anyway, let's see what happens. Oh, so problem with the wooden Super Radiance is that it is much, much lighter. And so it flies. So, uh-oh. And it cannot aim down. Uh-oh. It just shot itself. Alright, so, you know, I kind of forgot about this. Huh. Alright, I was kind of expecting these guys to win, but, I might have been wrong. What is happening over here? Oops. Well then, we've just learned something. Wooden Super Radiance, non-functional. Holy bananas. Okay, that was, brutally violent. Yep, also, Fire says hello. Also, don't collide, lads. I swear that's decoed. You gotta believe me. You gotta believe me. You gotta believe me. Yep, okay, so a pair of tears absolutely clobbered these guys simply because these guys are like, actually rendered non-functional due to suddenly being made out of wood. So, I did not test these beforehand, not really. I kind of, assumed the Super Radiance would be able to just kind of, bumble its way along to something looking like victory, but I think at the moment, the Super Radiance actually relies on being somewhat heavy. This fight did last longer than the other one, simply because the Super Radiances were not being cooperative and being shot at. But yeah, looks like Looks like the Norse gods win. Alright then, let me show you what I'm doing here on my spreadsheet. I lost my spreadsheet. I lost my spreadsheet. I lost my spreadsheet. My spready sheet is dead. Okay then, and the tier goes on there to get probably clobbered by whoever wins this, which is probably going to be the Laniakea, let's be honest, because the Laniakea is ridiculous. Although the tier does do that stupid thing where it flies like straight over the top of things, so which might get it killed instantly or allowed to blow the Laniakea's brains out. So let's just see how that goes. I don't know how long I've been recording. Not even that long. Hell yeah. Okay, nope, this is a 1v1, which is bad news for the Pyre. Very, very bad news. Alright then. Yeah, that is close as damn it. Like, even the block count is pretty similar. Alright then, let's have a go. Let's have a go, let's have a fun time. Let's have a scrap. Let's have a fun time. So yonder is wooden pyre. Oh, ironically, this is a pyre and it's gonna burn a lot because laser. Hehehe. Yeah, my money is in fact on the Laniakea. It really is. Ooh, lordy, okay. Ooh. Oh gods, what happened there? Oh yep, both particle cannons shot off. That's a problem. Yep. Oh wow. Something got shot off there. Did one of the shields disintegrate? I think it did. Ooh, wow. That looked painful. That is painful. My goodness. Yep. Pyre is definitely not winning this one. It is just dying too fast. You know what actually might win this? The Tarpons. Although the Laniakea lost about like 6% health. I don't think anyone was expecting the Pyre to win this one, because the Laniakea is like completely ridiculous right now. Yeah, looks like the Pyre is not long for this world. Jeez, there's a whoa. This is why you don't make things out of wood for this specific kind of craft. You're gonna need wooden glass cannons are best served very small and expendable. And that one ICBM, we've got to see that one ICBM. And let's see if you managed to accomplish anything. No, you didn't, because you died. Well, I'm not sure anyone was surprised by that, but the Pyre did manage to kill one of the... Whoa, come on! Guys! He's already dead! Okay. So... Right, so the Pyre got burned, and moving right along. Alright, so Laniakea goes to the next round. You gotta love a fast tournament like this. I might call this the Godly Wood Tournament. Like, you know what? You'll know. You'll know it when you see it. So, let me show you how the spreadsheet looks right now. Alright, so now, what is going to happen here? We're going to go with the... wooden Tarpon versus wooden Gravitas. I think the Tarpons might have an advantage here, because there's more than one of them. I think, even though, like, the Tarpon was already mostly made out of wood. So, yeah, the advantage to Tarpon is there, at least. Let's go over here. Scroll way the hell over here. Tarpon, and go over here. What was it? Gravitas, okay. Alright! Right, so see here, this is for 19, it is 2 wooden Tarpons against... Alright, so wait, hold on, math. Alright, so 951 divided by thing. 951 divided by 419. 419. Yeah, it's a 2v1. And and apply to all. And let's get them in their appropriate colors, because that's important. That is important. Yes. Let's begin. Oh, I'm having fun. Okay, my mojo is coming back now. My recording mojo. Right. Tarpons. Gravitas. Let's see what happens. What happened is one of the Tarpons immediately took a pack straight to the face. Okay then. Big Shell says hello. You know what? I might have overestimated the Tarpons. This one is falling out of the sky. It's AI dead. It is AI dead because it's not maneuverable enough. Yep, there she goes. Well, that was very quick. Wasn't even a minute in. Aha! Let's see. And Lamb says hello. Oh, gods. Okay. I keep looking away when the real destruction happens. Let's see. And the Gravitas is not damaged at all. What the hell was that? That was just bits falling off. I'm sorry. What is this? Oh, what? Oh, that's like sub-objects falling off. Yep. Gravitas is completely unscathed. I'm not sure what I was thinking, honestly. Whee! The sacrifice shall not be in vain. Also, I did kind of forget that the Gravitas has a lambs that can basically shoot down literally anything the Tarpon can, like, dish out. Which is awkward. Whee! Big Gun says hello, Big Gun says hello. I'm actually interested to, like, if the materials were unchanged, I think it might have been, like, 3, maybe 4 Tarpons equal to 1 Gravitas. But yeah, I'm not sure. Now she's got her wiggle on, and oh wow, the Gravitas is actually dropped by, like, 0.1% health. But that pack is just going to recharge eventually and blow this thing out of the sky. Honestly, not sure what I was expecting. That is a lot of blocks. Oh boy. The top one is actually demonstrating how well it does evade things, because it's hanging on for a while. Admittedly, if it had been a 1v1, it would have been over in about, 20 seconds. Less, probably. That massive gun is missing by, like, literally inches every time. Yep, okay, nope, there you go. AI dead? Nope. But it's gonna fall out of the sky, so I'm just going to go tippy-tappy here. Gravitas moves on to the next round. Tarpon does not. Different losers bracket. Whoops. Terribly sorry. Terribly sorry, I'm working on my spreadsheet when I should be looking at violence. Right. Behold my spreadsheet. I've definitely not typed it weird. Alright, I'm gonna need to be shuffling the spreadsheet a lot, actually. Let's see here. Wooden Tarpon goes over there. Loses bracket again. Wooden Gravitas probably should go over here in a kind of step-laddery formation. Alright, next is the Wooden Tier versus the Wooden Laniakea. I don't think this is going to go well for the Tier. Not at all. Okay, then, let's see here. Alright then. What do we got here? We've got 1028. 1028 divided by 705. 705. Dare I make that a multiple versus multiple? Ooh, 1.45. It's almost a 2v1, but not quite. Hold on, let's do some math here. Whoops, alright, so if I do multiple Laniakeas, and one more wooden tier, it's gonna be very laggy, mostly. Alright, that's as close to material cost that I count as we can possibly do, which is not great, but it'll have to do. Definitely won't be a massive lag fest. Definitely not. Alright then, start. So 3 of the scariest battleships to set sail and meter. Yep, that's laggy. That's nice and laggy. Yay! Right. The Might of the Steel Striders versus Scarlet Dawn flavored nonsense. And immediately, Tyr's taken heavy damage. Although, one of the Laniakeas has taken damage as well. Whoops. Somebody is taking damage aplenty. 90% health there. Degraded mode, my old friend. I love it. Wow, things are dying really quickly. Wow, one of the Laniakeas is actually copping it really badly. Which one? That one. No, this one. Huh, it's pretty even at the moment. This one is confused. Also burning. Multiple, definitely definitely paint scratched a little bit. Okay, no, this is quite even, actually. Turns out if you have glass cannons, having multiple ships is a good idea. Why is this guy? This guy, yeah, needs to change his targets quick. Who's disintegrating? One of the shields by the look. Uh-oh. Wow, look at that! The Laniakea is actually losing. Well, look at that! 3 wooden tiers. I guess just because they're not using incredibly expensive weaponry. Yeah! And, like, everything is made of basically cardboard. Out of control? Nope. Oh, wow, this Laniakea is, corkscrewing backwards, for sure. Yeah, wow, the tiers won. I wasn't actually expecting that. 1v1, by the way, the Laniakea absolutely would have won. No question. Turns out that, multiple broadsiders have an advantage over frontsiders. That they outnumber. Kind of, sort of. Yep, somebody is too low. 80% in sinking when you are made of wood. Well, that makes sense. And there you go. Damn, wasn't expecting that. Alright, I'm gonna do some stuff. Wooden Laniakea goes down here. Wooden tier goes on. I will show you my spreadsheet. I will show you my awesome spreadsheet. Hee hee hee. And by awesome spreadsheet, I mean that's a lot of fire. That's a lot of fire. A lot of fire and fury and flames. Delicious burny wood. Yep, and wow, the tiers actually held on pretty well, honestly. Let's see, who's the most damaged tier? You're 89%. I guess maybe the Laniakea's weapons just kind of over-penetrated. That is burning a lot, though. What was in here? Fuel, possibly. Right. Let me censor this violence, show you my spreadsheet. I probably typed things wrong in it. So, here we go. So, wooden tier goes on, wooden Laniakea down in the losers bracket, And now we gotta go do stuff in the losers bracket. It's gotta be the Stronghold versus the Redeemer, which is the first, I think, actual ship-on-ship fight that we've actually... The tears are still burning. Burning tears. Oh dear. That would hurt your eyeballs. Alright, so what was I doing? I was doing Wooden Stronghold versus Wooden Redeemer. That's the one. Wooden Stronghold. Wooden Redeemer. Yeah, that's basically even. Alright, so let's go Onyx Watch. And let's go White Flares. Who's gonna win this one? I genuinely do not know. Genuinely not sure about this one. So let's go and fight these two things together. It will be fun. It'll be a fun time. Alright, Redeemy versus Strongholdy. Let's see if any of these crams hit, because if they do... Oh god, the Redeemer's in deep trouble. Yep. Yep, wow. Huh. Armor isn't much defense against crams, but if you're big and slow and made entirely out of wood, crams do really terrible things to you. Also, easy to underestimate the Stronghold's APS, because the crams steal the show, but they do a lot of damage. They do a hell of a lot of damage. Well, that was a below 1 minute fight, for sure. Yep. Doomcram. Okay, yep, like, Redeemer levitated. Alright, so, under a minute, that's pretty decisive, I think. Yep, so, Wood and Stronghold goes on, and the Redeemer is eliminated from the tournament entirely. Good thing I remembered that losers brackets are a thing, otherwise we wouldn't get to see the Redeemer blown up, not once, but twice. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Hooray, hooray. Next fight, the Wooden Super Radiance versus the Wooden Punch. I've actually done this out of order. I should have thrown the Gravitas against the Tier next. Whoops. Oh well, we'll do that later. We'll do that in a second. Everyone calm down. Right, so it looks like this. I actually should have done that first. But now I'm gonna cliffhanger everybody and just do the losers bracket first. Because I'm organized. I'm very, very organized. Extremely organized. Alright, Super Radiance versus Pyre. Let's go. Let's go. Where are we going? I don't know. Right. So, where are we? Super Radiance. The thing that is broken and currently tries to fly. Alright, so what is that? That is... Yep, it's a 2v1. And actually the Super Radiance, because it flies kind of by accident, is actually going to be able to... maybe if I spawn this in the water it would be better. Or not, I don't actually know. I'm going to do it just for science, because I don't think it's going to win anyway. Right, so... Let's see here. 1028... versus, not versus, divided by 1028 divided by 474. 474 is 2.1. Yeah, it's 2v1. It's 2v1. And correct colors. Yes, please, and thank you. Splendid. Splendid, splendid. Right. Right, we have the things. We have the things. Okay, Wooden Pyre having a bad day. Very bad day, actually. Actually, these things are acting as broadsiders, and they're really not supposed to. And one of them just got nuked. Let's see who dies first. My money is that the Super Radiances are going to die first. There's another nuke. Yep, unfortunately, Super Radiance, I think, is a highly tuned machine that requires... although this one is functioning. Yep, they're not winning. They are very much not winning now. Pyre gets to have a good time. It's also why with glass cannons you don't want to essentially just have one big weapon. You want some redundancy. Because the reason the Super Radiants can afford to have just one main weapon is because that one main weapon is really well protected. And it's like put at the rear of it when it's a front-sider, so there is that. So yeah, I'm gonna just pencil this in as a win for the wooden pyre. Most pyres are made of wood, honestly. It's a little bit hard to make a brick pyre. Bricks do not burn well. And that other Super Radiance is just having a... It's just a kind of fumbling about, I guess. So I'm just gonna do this. Super Radiance is eliminated from the tournament. In there. Which means it's gonna be Wooden Pyre versus Wooden Stronghold. But before that, we're gonna have the Wooden Tarpon versus the Wooden Laniakea. Wasn't expecting the Laniakea to end up in the loser's bracket. That was very silly. Okay, and you are disintegrating? Jolly good. Okay, then. Behold my spreadsheet. I censored the violence. Alright, so, Super Radiance, out. And now, on to these guys. Wooden Stronghold. Wait, should go, yeah, in order, because, I don't know, I think I confused myself. Alright, Wooden Stronghold versus Wooden Pyre. Righty-hoo, righty-ho. I don't know who's going to win this one. To be perfectly honest with you, I have no idea. Right. Oh, wait, no, I shouldn't have done that. The wooden friggin' pyre was already where it was supposed to be. Alright, 250, apply to team, and wooden stronghold here. That is, it's 1v1, because that's as close as we can possibly ever get. So, there's the altitude, that's correct altitude. Let's see what happens. The stronghold is actually slightly more, well, the wooden stronghold at least is slightly more expensive than the pyre, which is funny. So let's see now. I'm having a great time, I just want everyone to know. This was the ideal thing to do. Like, when you don't feel like recording anything, when, like, the content has gotten you down, it's just nice. Okay, so first, okay. Stronghold is immediately down a lot of things. Alright, I'm not sure what I was expecting, honestly. Yep, oh gods. Yep, okay, nope, never mind. Okay, that might have been the fastest fight ever. Yep, that was very fast and very, very, very violent. Don't make your castles entirely out of... Deacon's hell, yep. That was below 30 seconds. Just gonna do some typing here. Alright, Stronghold is out of the game. Out of the game entirely. The pyre goes on. Is it gonna be like a rematch between the pyre and the Laniakea? Because that's gonna be funny if it is. Alright, I'm gonna be polite and actually let this disintegrate so you can actually see the delicious violence. That's a lot of wood. It doesn't feel as weird as it should be to see the stronghold made entirely out of wood. It kind of suits it. Yeah, and the wooden pyre is basically unscathed. Also, I'd like to remind everyone that the pyre that is in the campaign itself is a dialed-down version of the original that was proposed. It used to have cram cannons rather than missiles on it, and it used to have backed wedges instead of just regular spammy ones. Let's see. Yeah, well, turns out just relentless block spam does the trick. And even wooden wedges can do something against kinetics by the looks of it. Alright, let me show you this. So, we're going to the wooden pyre in the essentially the loser bracket semifinal is going to go on against either the Tarpon or the Laniakea. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. There is the Tarpon and there is the Laniakea. Okay then. This thing is Scarlet Dawn colors, and it is 1028 divided by 419. 1028 divided by 419 is 2 and a bit. It is a 2v1. Unfortunately for the Tarpon. Okay then, this guy is Deepwater Guard. I don't think the Tarpons are gonna win this one. But it would be cool if they did, because it would be cool. Also, quite, I don't know, not irony, hold on. If I do that, and then that's a 1v2, it's gonna be 5 of them, that's gonna get a little bit much. What's closer? What's closer? That's about 7... It's about 300,000 off, and this is slightly less. So I think 3v1 is perhaps more fair. I don't know. I'm gonna go with my gut here. Please tell me if you think this is this ain't right. Gonna go with my gut here because you also need to balance out the lag. Oh, I'm taking this too seriously. You gotta remember to have fun. Remember fun? Does anybody remember fun? I remember fun, kind of. I had a dream about fun once. It was terrible! Alright, let's see what happens. Wow, okay. The Laniakea just lost a lot of health very quick. Oh, it got clipped. Its rear got clipped, and now it's turned... Oh, no! Huh. To be fair, I don't think the numbers made a difference there. Yeah, whoops. Hang on a minute. Do I want to do... No. No. No, the Laniakea had all its cheesy nonsense. And I think it just got very unlucky. Maybe I should have done best of 3, but again, this is not a serious tournament. This is BorderWise wants to muck about, and you get to join him! Hi there, by the way. If the frickin' Tarpon wins this, like, I don't know what to think anymore. Really don't. I think that was a real Hail Mary shot, actually. It's just... Tarpon managing to land a shot right on the rear. I'm gonna ascribe that one to RNG. Down she goes! Well then. The wooden Laniakea has been eliminated from the tournament. Which means that the wooden pyre goes up against the wooden Tarpon. Interesting. Also, just let me tidy up my spreadsheet here, because there can only be one true winner. Hold on. Alright, I think we get it. Do we really want to watch all this disinter? I think I do. You know, I've spent many a minute trying to figure out how to kill the Laniakea, so even though this one's made of wood, I am totally okay with... Damn, everything's disintegrating fast. I am totally fine with watching this thing disintegrate, because it is good for my mental health. Speaking just for me. Well then. Alright then, let's see. Wooden pyre versus wooden Tarpon. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, wooden pyre, where are you? So, dare I do this? Oh boy. Okay then. Maybe that wasn't fair, but honestly I think that shot... I think it was just one of the Tarpons that managed to get a downward angle and managed to clip the rear of the Laniakea there. So I don't know if that was. Let me know. Like, I don't know. We could always do something like this again. It's fun. I'm having a good time. And let's go. Let's make sure. All right. All right. So 1028. That's actually the same cost, I think. Yeah, 1028 divided by 419. Yep. Well, if nothing else, I must be consistent. 3 top-ons. Which is like 200,000k more. Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna get comments about this one. I apologize. This feels cheaty. But against the tier, like, it's not gonna make a huge amount of difference. Also, the Pyre has nukes. The Pyre also has, is more block spammy than the Leonard. I don't know. I genuinely do not know what's gonna happen here. Also, missiles. Missiles say hello. Hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, so that's gonna miss horribly. Alright. Let's see who's winning. Pyre is currently losing. Where's that ICBM going is the question. Yeah, the Pyre is really copping it. That depends on whether that nuke... Yep, nope, okay. Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe 3 Pyres was... I don't know why I did that. Maybe 3 top-ons was a bit much. Although I'm not sure the third actually makes much of a difference. I think also as well that in this particular tournament, the top-on was already designed to be kind of a glass cannon. But everything else kind of wasn't. Everything else is looking at it... Yeah, everything else is like relying on heavy armor or relying on, you know, just being tanky and that kind of thing. Whereas the top-on is just a very evasive wooden flying thing and is extra evasive as a direct result and could already be a serious problem for like a bunch of other godly crafts. So yeah, kinda want to run that back. Kinda want to run that back. Kinda want to run that back. Let me know if you want me to do this again. Not sure. Actually, you know what? We can run it back. Just for this one. And I'll just, I will edit this so you'll be able to see if there's a huge difference made. If there isn't, well, we'll carry on. Yep, and Wooden Pyre is very, very dead. So we're just going to take the wooden top on, put you over there, Wooden Pyre eliminated from the tournament, unless it turns out I was a silly, silly boy and I was rounding in the wrong direction. Alright then. Top on goes sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. I mean, Pyre goes sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Because that's what Pyres do, you know. Also, just for giggles, I was considering making a video of just a wooden Pyre versus the regular one. And, turns out that the regular one wins even a 2v1 with the other Pyres made of wood. I believe that's what I've checked, anyway. Ah, warm yourself by the Pyre. It's very warm. The inside of the Pyre looks weird from the back with all that wood. Where are you going with all that wood? Do your trousers still fit? I said trousers. Okay, back to setup. Let's delete one of the top ones and see if that makes any difference whatsoever. I'm doing this mainly for my own amusement and to see if I'm a stupid person. Where's the action? Okay. So 2 top-ons. It's pretty even. Okay, interesting. Alright, that does make a huge difference. Oh no, am I gonna have to go back? Oh, I don't know what to do. Does it make a difference? Because the top one has its wiggle on right now. Oh, it's gonna get nuked. No, it isn't. Someone is going to die. Alright, so it turns out that third one does make a huge difference. Shakes, guys. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with, I guess maybe if it gets the extra angle that a third one get. Yeah, okay, no, this was a slaughter. That makes a huge difference. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back, and check this out. Just as well I was planning on making this video really long anyway. This is a binge. This is a delightful binge fest. Interesting. Which results are more valid? You know what? We could always have both. Let's check my math again. Honestly, probably thinking that the 2v1 is more accurate, although the Pyre suddenly lost a lot of health. Although the top one is losing a lot more health. There's a lot of innards that are missing for some reason. How is this thing still flying? I think the answer is it's not going to be flying for long. Alright, well, time to redo those fights, because I didn't like my math very much. Which means going back to the wooden Tarpon versus wooden Laniakea and redoing that fight again. Because I didn't like it. Future me, how are you gonna edit around? That one Tarpon is still not dead. It's just dead in the water, so to speak. Alright, 2 damaged. And this one, are there any weapons still left on it? Ah, there is still a weapon left on it. And it's trying to launch a torpedo? AI dead? Yep, AI dead. There we go. Oh boy. This is what you have. This is what happens when you don't plan your tournament very well. You need to make snap decisions. Thankfully, I don't think anyone's going to be too upset with this video being a little bit of a mess. Because I feel a mess today. It's why we're recording this instead of something helpful like a tutorial. Well then, let's turn back time and have a 2v1 versus the Laniakea again. Let's go over here and see if this works. So again, that is like that, that is like that. 300k off and like I do think that 3v1 is closer, but it doesn't feel right. It don't feel right, you know? I guess we could just say there's alternate timelines for this. Alright, see if it gets that really lucky shot on the Lanika's rear. It does not. Oh, wait, it does. No, it doesn't. Oh, slow as shells. Say hello. Wow. That looked important. Whoop. Although, whoa, the Lania K got hit by something. Got hit by something very important. Is that thing I had dead? No, it isn't. Wow. Well, it's burning. That fellow over there, very clearly burning to death. Jeez, that's a lot of block confetti. Well, I don't know what to do with the timeline now. I should have thought about this. Maybe you can edit around this, future BorderWise. I think no matter what, this is at a disadvantage, so I'm going to tentatively go with the 3v2, because that is less of a material difference, I guess. I don't know, thinks to yourself. It's like 200,000 difference instead of like 300,000. Or two, wait, no, what am I talking about? Hold on. Thinks to self. Think. It's 170. No, the 2v1 is less of a material difference. My math is bad. Okay, we're gonna redo some fights here. We're gonna redo some fights here. Yes. And look at that. Alright guys, so we're going to just we're gonna redo this because my math was bad. Future me, edit around this a little bit. Make it good. Make it good somehow. Let's go here, redo time. Let's do the time warp again. Okay then. Let me show you how I'm redoing me tournament thingy here. So, Lanikea won this one actually, because that's just, I don't know, I'm smart, okay? Alright, so now it is a rematch between the Wooden Pyre and the Wooden Laniakea. Is it Laniakea or Laniakea? Anyway, we'll see how this goes different. If it does go different. There were gonna be rematches. Lots of them. This is what happens in sports. People argue about stuff. Okay, so it is gonna be 1v1 again. Maybe someone is gonna get lucky. Maybe someone isn't gonna get lucky. You never know. Maybe RNG. Gotta remember there's a lot of RNG in FTD and other acronyms. Alright, let's see. Because these things have identical cost, which makes the math much easier. Right, go for it, lads. And yep, that laser just said hello. Hello, hello, how are you? And nope, this is a repeat of the first one. So, we're going to have winner of timeline 1 and 2. Of timeline 1? Actually, no, we're just going to have one winner. Which I think is going to be the tier. Which is probably going to make people very happy, honestly. I like to do what makes the people happy. But also myself. Again, I could have recorded a tutorial, but I didn't feel like it. So here we are. Oh boy. That is a lot of big scary frag. And let us witness the... Yep, there we go. Laser says, how's it? And I think I've said before that I think the tractor beam thing from the depths is a whole bunch of horseradish. So yeah. And that's it. Okay, well, I'm not sure. No one was surprised. No one was surprised by that. Well, actually, this is going to be a bit of an upset, because it's going to be the... We need to see the fight between the Gravitas and the Tier. So let's do that. For the record, I could have planned this a lot better, but I haven't. I've only done one tournament before, and again, that was kind of like a friggin' little silly mock tournament type thing, so... Alright, this is kind of more what I was expecting, though, with the Lania Kea kind of kicking ass. Was not expecting her to lose against the Tier. So now we get to see whether it's a mirror match or not between the wooden Tier and the wooden Lania Kea, or whether the Gravitas sneaks in. Okay, then. Let's go. Wooden Gravitas versus wooden Tier. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Wooden Tier. And Steel Strider's colors, thank you. And wooden Gravitas. Wooden Gravitas is more expensive. Okay, so 951 divided by 705. 951 divided by 705 is 1.3. That's a 1v1. Let's see if the Gravy Train can take on the Norse God. I think the Norse God's going to lose this one. That is like a 250,000 material disadvantage, though, so maybe a 3v2. Would that be more fair? Tournaments are hard. Tournaments are very hard. Right, so what's that? That is a 20. That is 2 million materials. That is 149. That's a 100. That's a 200,000 difference, which makes no difference actually. So we're just gonna go with that. If only so it's less laggy. All right, let's do that. Wait, did I set the Gravitas to the right height? I don't think I did. Quick, go back. Go back in time, Morty. Wait, no, I'm getting my references confused. Go back in time, Marty. Marty, not Morty. Apply to team. Alright, oh no, did the Gravitas... Okay, the Gravitas has decided to... Let's try that again. Try it again. Sometimes this happens and From the Depths just kind of bugs out. It has bugged out. Let's try and unbug it. Right, let's try that again. Try that again. Oh no. Well then, this is not supposed to happen. Alright, Gravitas, I'm gonna go easy on you and I'm gonna restart the custom battle thing. Save that and back out to main menu. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll help. Check every... Damn it. Yes, use time limit. Actually think I might have disabled the entire time limit and I just didn't notice because the fights have just been so fast. Well then. Yay! Somebody spawned incorrectly. Very unluckily for the tier. Alright, Alright then. Alright, Tyr is currently eating it. Actually, hang on, just look at here. How many broadsiders are in here? None of them, actually. The Tyr's doing very well. All things considered. Oh, wow. Tyr's actually doing excellent. Never mind, something important just exploded. Oh no. I think she's out of railgun juice. She is out of railgun juice. That is bad. No! No! I was rooting for the Tyr. She was doing so well. Damn it. That's a shame. Crying shame, crying shame, crying shame. Yep. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dearie dearie me. Well, looks like it's the wooden Gravitas versus the wooden Laniakea. Well, you know what might be fun? Doing other faction vehicles like this. Maybe the Meg should have gotten a turn here. Look at that. Little C was just doing its best. How is this thing not AI dead already? Deacon's hell. Whee! Hmm. 69% health. And there we go. AI dead. Everyone salute the Tyr. I will cry big blue salty tears for the Tyr. Look, she's escaping! She must go now. Her planet needs her. Or he, I guess. Damn, I love the Tyr. I hate it when it murders me, but aside from that, I love it. Alright then. I don't know. I don't know if the Gravitas has what it takes to take on the wooden Laniakea, because that monster pack, I guess, could make a difference. And both of them do that nonsense with the sub-object shields, although the Plasma is probably going to do something. Burst Plasma has a habit of getting past that. Alright then, so in this particular timeline we've chosen, it is the Gravitas versus the Laniakea, and there can only be one winner! Maybe I should quit all other forms of content and just do, like, From the Depths tournaments. By the way, Menti is still doing those. Those of you who remember Menti? You should. Still doing tournaments. Alright then, here is my spreadsheet, but hold it. Ignore the camera. So, Tyr is dead, sorry, eliminated from the tournament. There will be no loser's bracket. Loser's bracket is only here, and here, I guess. And then... otherwise we're going to be fighting endlessly now, think about it. Everything gets at least 2 fights. Or more. Alright then, Gravitas versus Laniakea. Let's go. Laniakea. We got 1028 divided by 951. 1028 divided by 951. It's a 1v1! Bad news for the Gravitas. Bad news for the Gravy Train. Lenny is going to do terrible things to you, probably. Let's see. I was very impressed by the Tyrs managing to take down the Laniakea. That was impressive. Let's see. Oh boy. Yep. What just happened? Alright, who's winning, who's losing? This is actually pretty close so far. And by pretty close, I mean... Let's see... Oh, that looked important. Yep. Hold on. Okay, no, the Gravitas is losing. The Gravitas is just falling out of the sky. Alright, well, Lenny wins. I'm not sure anyone was surprised by that. I mean, I had my doubts there, but, like, honestly, maybe three Tarpons versus anything is, like, I don't know. Maybe like, let me know in the comments who do you think should be the actual winner. See, like, have I done this wrong? Again, this was a very spur-of-the-moment thing. Literally made up the idea today and recorded it. But it looks like the Wooden Lenny Akea wins. Which is probably similar to how everything else would win. I'm now curious. I kind of want to do a bonus fight with just a regular Lenny Akea versus regular Tarpons, just to see who wins that one, because the Lenny Akea with just like its full, like, you know, being made out of heavy armor and all that jazz is going to be way more expensive, and so the Tarpons might be able to, like, outprice her. I mean, underprice her, I mean. Wow, everything is dead. Everything is broken. Anyway. Ta-da! Lenny wins! Winning! Lenny Akea wins this mini tournament. Bonus fight, though, I want to see it, because this video is over an hour long anyway, and we're having a good time. So, let's go here, you get out of here, and you get out of here. And we're just gonna go... Probably nothing too laggy. It's gonna be laggy. Alright, so Scarlet Dawn, Lenny Akea, new one, conveniently all over there. That is... What is that? That is 1534 or 1535. And Deep Water Guard, and the Tarpon is, I don't know where it is, somewhere else. Down in the tea section, I'm guessing, rather than the coffee section. Tea and coffee section? Oh, wait, no. This looks like it's gonna be a 2v1 again. Or not. No. No, it isn't. Oh, it's a 3v1. I'm curious. Oh, I am a curious George right now. Except my name's not George. Okay, then. Let's do this bonus fight. Just because I feel like mucking around a bit more. Alright, let's see here. Who wins this one? Because if 3 Tarpons can take on the Lenny Akea, I'm gonna be upset. That means, like... Yeah, I'm gonna be upsetty in my spaghetti. Don't think it's gonna make a huge amount of difference. Who's winning? Yep, nope, Tarpons are having a bad day. Yeah, the Lenny Akea is not even scratched. Yep. Yep, nope, Lenny Akea got scratched a little bit. Man, it makes the difference to the durability of things when they're not made out of friggin' wood. Especially the sub-object shields, I gotta say. Oh, that's why the wooden Lenny Akea is so much cheaper. It's because, like, the sub-vehicles are also... I also converted them to wood. Come on, all you need is... Oh, lordy, that one Tarpon is having a very, very bad day. Dare I say an extremely bad day. The worst day, actually. Yep, nope, this is a surprise to absolutely nobody. I don't think the Tarpon's shells are quite... Oh, there goes the laser. That's nice. Aha, the flank. The flank is real. Turns out having heavy armor does make a difference. Who would have thunk? Also, I'm trying to remember, is the gravitas... Hold on. Not gravitas. I'm getting confused. Let's go here. Let's see, ring shields. Does it have any? Where's R again? This is definitely not a way to... Yep, no ring shields. Why would you need ring shields when you have literal vehicles being all shieldy for you? This is gonna end up being a longer fight, isn't it? Might have to speed this one up. Well, I think it's a safe... Wait a minute. Nope. I think it's a safe bet that the Laniakea wins this one. Turns out when a thing is made out of the things it was designed to be made out of, it performs the best, as it's supposed to. So, this was super fun. It was a little bit uncertain there for a second. It's what happens when you do things unplanned. This is unplanned even by my usual standards, I have to say. So, yeah, I hope you had fun. Do share your opinions. Like, if you have got any ideas for just silly videos like this, I would appreciate it, because frankly, being the From the Depths tutorial man is very tiring. And sometimes I'm just... When you're burnt out on From the Depths, you really don't feel like building in it. So, yeah, this is the I am slightly burnt out and I'm just going to muck around video. So, I hope you enjoyed it. So thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps. And there's fun perks in it for you. Like at the lowest tier, access to a Patreon exclusive Discord where you can hang out with me and other cool people. And at the highest tier, I'll even build vehicles or do art for you. Don't worry about the whole burning out thing. I find I'm very motivated when someone actually asks me to do something. So don't fret. I refuse to fret, and so you should not fret either. And also check out my other channels and my Twitch, because we do more stuff over there. Over on the Twitch, we're doing our custom campaign, Plutono. We're playing through a game from my childhood, Impossible Creatures, which is great fun. Do recommend that. And we're doing art. Jolly, jolly good art. So come say hello for that. I timed this outro perfectly. How about that? Any case, take care of yourself. Happy From the Depths-ing, or breaking from the Depths-ing, if that's what you need. And I'll see you next time in From the Depths, when everyone's ready for it again. Especially me and you. Farewell! Whoever could have guessed that the strongest thing would actually be the strongest thing? Shocked and surprised I am!